I am very excited today. I have been wanting to do this for a long time. I've got a van that we're gonna do a weekend turnaround where it's gonna go from an abandoned soccer mom van to a dad rod. Stay tuned. I have a house full of out-of-town guests, a driveway full of cars, neighbors out, so it's going to be a crazy video. There's going to be people coming and going. I'll probably have some help from some different people, so it should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of chaos. Day one, no plan. Although I knew the valve cover gasket had to be replaced, especially one in the back, since it leaked like a dam in Michigan. Also needed to tune up, oil change, transmission service, so we started with that. All right. I should mark these where these go, but yeah, it'll be all right. I'm not too worried about it. I just need to get back in roughly the same place. It'll be fine. Come on, get off of there. I knew I should have found my bigger pry bar. Is this even doing anything? If you put all the nuts and bolts in one place, number one, you know when there's no more left that you're done with the job. Number two, if you're done with the job and there's some left, you know you missed something. And number three, if you knock them all off and they end up on the ground and in the engine compartment, you know you're going to be hunting for them for a while. So it's got close to 300,000 miles on it. I know they took it all over the country. They did several family road trips. I did not have the guts to ask him how many kids have thrown up in the back seat. That actually looks pretty clean inside there. Air filter, other than some dust and debris, air filter actually doesn't look too bad. Right, come on, there we go. All right, so we got a couple brackets or several bolts. Pull this bracket off. Now, I think, get that out of the way, I think the intake will maybe not come off. Nope, there's still stuff stuck in the back. Oh, that is still not coming off. Bolts on the back side, how do I get to those? I can't even get to those. Wow, this is supposed to be a quick, easy job, changing some valve cover gaskets. This is gonna turn into a nightmare already, I can tell. Put her on, and this big plastic piece here, it will not fit between the two. I don't think, I can probably scoot it down, but I can't get it down enough with the brake master cylinder in the way. And even if I can't get it out with the transmission dipstick in the way. So it's looking like this whole thing needs to come off, which means this top piece needs to come off, which means all my nut and bolt and tool holder, all the hardware needs to get moved. These usually don't like coming out. But at least there's lots of plastic around it. So I can pry on the hood and scratch the paint. I can pry on the plastic and break that, or I can pry on the windshield and break that. It looks like those are my choices. So just a tip, if you have a Caravan and you need to get the windshield wiper arms off, you don't pry on the windshield, because there you go, it's cracked. Oh, that's stuck good. That is on there good. I don't know. Might be a two-hand hugger. It's starting to get hard. This is already not fun. I just got started. Why is that so tight? It's just a bracket that holds on some wire harnesses. There's no reason for it to be that tight. Oh, the bracket goes all the way across the back, so there's another one on the other side. Perfect. That's perfect. I got these bolts here. Do not want to come out. They're 15 millimeter. They're at the back. And those suckers are on there tight. I don't know what the torque spec is on that. I'm guessing probably 150 foot-pounds. I'm gonna try to fish this gasket out with a straw. Or not. Ooh, don't drop that down the intake. In fact, before I go any farther, probably, since I have the tape here, just a little precaution, not a lot, but I really don't want to drop anything down the engine. I already cracked the windshield. This whole car is like one big Chinese jigsaw puzzle. So this is the valve cover gasket set I'm using. It's a Felpro VS50339, a Napa Felpro. There's a gasket though. It's got nice soft rubber. It's pretty thick. It's a metal core. Pretty comparable to what was on there. So hopefully this should seal up real nice. All right, so I got the valve cover gasket. The valve cover's on the other side. We're gonna pop this one on here. So put these injectors in and upstairs to the bathroom. Got some petroleum jelly. Take a little bit of this. That's probably way too much. Well, this was supposed to be the hose I needed. It actually is a little bit smaller, but I think whoops, something fell. I think I can get it to fit on there. Yeah, I'm sure there's probably a torque sequence to putting these in, but just figure all the engineers should have figured it out that the consumers are going to be stupid and not follow it anyway. So I'm just going to tighten this up and call it good. All right, so after taking everything apart so I can get those last couple brackets in, again, taking it apart again, we should be able to stab this on here, put all these bolts back in a second time. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a third time, so I'm probably just going to leave these loose for now. All right, EGR's on. Let's tighten up this intake. Even have the Mopar filter on it, but man, was that on there tight. I had to lift up the whole car in order to break that loose. Of course, the oil, it is viscous, but it is pretty dark. And it would just trickle out just a little bit, just enough so it wouldn't hold pressure. So that was actually kind of hard. So to service the transmission, we're just going to take the pan off, and there's lots of bolts around here. Usually you want to do this when it's hot to try and get all the stuff out. We're going to do it how it is. So we'll drop the pan. There's a filter in here. We change the filter just like changing your oil. And bad sign was the first bolt I took out, which was this one, had a helicoil that came out, but I can see why now. It's broken. The case is broken there. The bolt that holds the pan on. So I'm not sure how or when that happened. That's not good. But usually you want to take the bolts off around this side, the lower side, then you can start taking these off and then drop the pan. So you just want to start draining the fluid out slowly rather than drop it all at once. If you take this side off first and the pan drops, you'll have all kinds of fluid going out the sides. So this way you can drop the back, the fluid goes out the back. You can get it out without making less of a mess. This is our filter right here. That usually just pops right out. There we go, just like that. And you can kind of look at the fluid in here. It's pretty thick. There's a magnet in here. This is what catches. That's what catches a lot of the metal. Comes out of the transmission as it gets worn. So clean the magnet. Take all the RTV off. There's no gasket on here. gone over it several more times. I don't think it's going to get any better. I think this is in such rough shape. I'd probably hit it with some 1500 grit sandpaper, even 2000 grit if I could find some, and start there. It's still a little pretty rough down here. That buffer's not getting it, but it's much better than it was. So I think with installing this, you're supposed to have a lot of special tools and a heat gun, and you can kind of see it is got some tint. I don't have any special tools. I have no talent for this, so it's going to be a surprise how it turns out. Now, one thing was it's $70 for a body for the headlight, but the rears would have been the same. This was about $15. I think I've got enough to do this car and probably another one as well, fronts and backs. All I really got is a squeegee and a razor blade. Ooh, that looks good. That came out good. It's not perfect, but what do you expect? I have enough left. I can do it again and again and again. But that's definitely the results I was after. That looks good. Still here. Thank you for watching to the end. I want to thank my friendly local neighborhood Napa. It was a Napa know-how. Got me the parts I needed to accomplish a lot of the tasks we did on the van today. We did change the spark plug wires, did an oil change, did a transmission service, changed the valve cover gaskets, and all those parts were purchased from Napa. I'm not associated, sponsored, or affiliated by Napa in any way, but I appreciate my local Napa Auto Parts and their Napa know-how. I also want to thank my friends at Shart Motorsports for the Beast Energy Cookie Company shirt. They sell some amazing energy cookies there. So check out my friends at Shart Motorsports. Again, I'm not associated or affiliated with them in any way. Stay tuned. If you enjoy content like this, working on junk cars with next to no money, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification because it notifies you of something. If there's any projects you have in mind that you'd like to see executed poorly or incorrectly, make sure you leave a comment down below. So I'm signing off for day one. Be on the lookout for video day 2 where we finish off this van build. Have a good night.